G'day guys, I'm Bernie Learson and I'm from Sydney, well Penrith in Sydney in Australia.
What is this?
This is my wife's 1986 Ford LTL 9000.
And this is something that I have not yet seen over here, a Ford. So were there many Fords in Australia?
This particular model, 1323 I think it was, that's all they made.
That's very specific.
Yeah, and that was according to the wife's research, not mine. So yeah, don't shoot the messenger.
And how long have you had this?
Well, it took 5.5 years to rebuild, and it's been on the road for probably about 1.5 years now.
Is it just a toy?
That's all it is. It's just a toy hauler, and yeah, today it's dragging me mate's trailer around because his Mac, or both Macs, are out of commission at the moment. So he had to downgrade himself to the trusty old Ford LTL 9000.
Does it get to haul trailers very often?
Yeah, it's got its own designated drop deck or flatbed.
Okay.
And I collect Model A Fords, and we put the Model A Fords on the back of the trailer when we come to a show like this. But obviously not today.
Does it get to go out very often?
Not as often as what I should, because I can only drive one truck at a time.
That's true.
And yeah, but other than that, look, it was, it was probably 6 or 7 years ago. We were at a place called Wheatvale, which is in Queensland, west of Warwick to be specific. And my wife went for a walk and she discovered this LTL 9000. And it was in a paddock, and unfortunately it was in very, very bad condition, but we did drag it home, and 5.5 years later, we've got it registered.
She wanted it?
Yeah, she's always wanted to have an LTL. She just
Interesting.
loved the shape. Now, there is a story behind that, because in about 85, 86, and we were coming back from Brisbane, the two of us in the truck, in a working truck, and one of these particular model, it came past us, and it come past us at a great rate of knots. And she just made the comment. She says, "Boy, they're a delightful looking truck." Well, it's not exactly what she said, but that's what she meant. And I said, "Yeah, they are pretty cool." And I said,
You know what, dear? You're not wrong.
Yeah. I said, "I'll get you one of these." And yeah. Oh, well, we've been married, 48 years? And it's only happened the last 5 years. So she had to wait a while, but she got it. As long as it was blue and white, she didn't care.
Does she get to drive it at all? Or are
No,
you
but
her
she
chauffeur?
loves going in it. No, she doesn't. She's not interested in getting a truck licence.
Well, what's it have for an engine? And
It's got a 350 Caterpillar, 3406B Cat.
Alrighty.
Yeah. I'll try to think the numbers.
It's hard to count that high.
Yeah, and we put a 15 overdrive in it with 3.7 diffs. So the thing goes along, it goes pretty quick. But as you can see, we've changed a lot of things on it.
Yeah.
A lot of little custom things, like they don't come with these, you know. That's where we just keep some storage.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
that's
just
a
got
nice big
junk in there,
setup.
you know. And we did the same. We did the same over here. So that's just storage, and on the other side, that's where the batteries are and whatnot.
What kind of sleeper is this?
36-inch, and they call it a sleek line, which is an Australian manufacturer from sleepers in the time. And I don't think they exist anymore, to be honest with you. So, but this particular truck, it was as a one-owner truck when we found it. So we're the second owner of it. And but that doesn't make it any better. You know, we still had to rebuild everything. We had to replace the cab. You know, everything had to virtually be changed. But, you know, we made it into a fun thing. Now, the interior is not exactly 1986. Oh,
Well, it's probably pretty tough to find a decent Ford interior over here.
Yeah, this particular model came out with the orange and brown. I don't know if you had that in the States or not. But anyway, because it was all mismatched and everything, we just decided to change it just into a grey, which I think is nice and neat because it just suits every colour scheme, you know.
What did the original owner use it for?
A fuel tanker. And then I think it ended up on a farm and working as a, what would you call it? As a roustabout truck. It was tippers, tankers, stock
Whatever
crates.
they needed.
Yeah, whatever the farm needed.
Did you put a new engine in it, or is it what was in it?
No, that's the
already?
original engine. And so, look, the truck was absolutely complete, but a lot of stuff needed replacing just due to its age.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm pretty proud of the console, the roof console there. We made that ourselves out of aluminium and incorporated the air conditioner. And what else is up there? Oh, the UHFs and the radios and things.
So 2 radios in trucks here. Is that a normal sort of thing?
Yeah.
What
And it depends on which area you're running, because you'd have one that was designated then to, well, say in our case it's Channel 40. Everybody uses there. Everybody uses that one. But if you and I were travelling together, we'd have one on 40, and you and I might be on 38.
Aha.
That'll be our secret channel.
That's a new sleeper to me, so I'm checking it out back there.
Oh, well, climb right in. Yeah, don't be shy.
It is a little easier to get into this than some other trucks I've climbed into today.
Ah, yeah.
Now, for anyone who wants to learn more about you, you have 2 episodes of Copy Southbound under your belt, right?
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah, one I'm quite happy with. The other one I'm not real proud of, because that one was never meant to go to air.
Had to start with somebody.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to learn a little bit more about you,
Yeah.
but is it the 2 trucks that we're looking at here, the one we're in and the one across the
Yeah,
Ford?
the only 2 I've
The
got.
2 you've got, all right.
Yeah.
So is it his and hers if this is the one that your wife picked?
Yeah, well,
you
yeah.
picked the other one?
Well, the other one, like this one's only got 350 horsepower. The other one's got, well, I can tune it up to about 850 horsepower. But standard, I think we've got 600 coming out of it, which makes it so much easier to drive than what 350 does, you know. But, well, because you're from the States and you've got a lot of Model A enthusiasts, what we've done here, I've incorporated the Model A tail light on the back of this.
I've seen you driving around in one.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So was that something that was very common over here, or
Model A's?
Yeah.
No, not really.
How
No.
did you end up with that then?
Well, that one I had to make. So we made that one. But yeah, no, with what I do is I collect survivors now as far as cars go. So they're usually the ones that you drag out of the paddock, and I just get them going but leave them as we found them, because they've got the story to tell. And it's the same as this. This one was never meant to be where it is now, like the way it is here. It was supposed to be just a quick tidy up and then get it going.
Oops, 5.5 years later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's beautiful.
Oh, it is a neat old girl, yeah. And, you know, underneath the shiny is what it is on top, but that's pretty much what happens. I don't know if you can see under there. Yeah, you can see under there.
Did you have much trouble in the restoration process?
Trying to find parts, because there wasn't that many made. And even in the States, I've got a few contacts over there. We had a lot of trouble actually getting them to find parts. So we got nothing from the States as far as that goes.
But you tried to recruit some international help.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
The only rule was it had to be blue.
Blue and white.
Uh-huh.
So we made a compromise, but see, everything I've got, even this one's absolutely filthy at the moment, because anyway, we only just come back from a 6,500 mile trip, and I thought I couldn't be bothered washing this old girl. But even this one here, this Kenworth, there's only 2 of them in Australia. This is an American import.
How did you end up with this one then?
Just randomly, it's a funny story. Cheryl and I, that's my wife then, we looked for a conventional type of truck, like a bonneted truck, for a long, long time. Anyway, this one appeared in one of they call it Deals on Wheels, which is a truck sell, buy swap and sell type of book. In them days it was a book. And because I've had this one for quite a while now, nearly 20 years I think. And I looked at this in the picture and I thought, that looks like a pretty cool truck. I think I could do something with that. And so I rang the guy up, and he lived about 9 hours from here. And I said, man, I'm pretty happy about the truck. He says, now, is it a good truck? Of course, he's selling it, so of course he says, of course it is. And lo and behold, what happened? I don't think there's much under there.
Oh, let's see. We can see a little bit.
Oh, okay. And so what ended up happening was I said, righto, mate. He said, I'll take that truck if you reckon it's a good truck.
Without seeing it in person?
Yeah, because I was sick of it. We'd probably done 30,000 miles looking for a truck, and they were all junk. So I thought I'll just take me punt on one that I haven't seen before. And anyway, I said the only condition is that you deliver it on Wednesday. So he delivered it on the Wednesday, and the only reason I said on the Wednesday is because we were babysitting the grandkids on Wednesday mornings. So here we are sitting on the veranda, the kids are eating Cocoa Pops and they've got raisin toast and shit all over the veranda. And lo and behold, this truck turned up in the driveway. And Cheryl says, that's not a bad looking truck, who owns that? And I says, you do.
Oh!
You better work out how we're going to pay for this. And so that's how this one started. So, and then I worked this one for a long time. But as you can see the resemblance between the old Kenworth, the 85 Kenworth and the 86, I just love the idea of the steps. It just makes it more user-friendly. And, you know, nobody does it. Well, nobody done it then. Now they're starting to do it because they're seeing it. And like on the other side of this one, we've got a barbecue and all that sort of thing. So you press the buttons and off it goes. But, yeah.
But you've had this one for quite a while?
Yeah.
Was it in running driving condition?
It was.
So he wasn't lying to you?
No, but it still took a shitload of dough or money to get it up to where it should have been. And
that's quite the light bar back here.
Yeah. Well, it's a matching one as on the trailer. Look, I like creating my own things. I don't copy people. What I do is I come up with a design and then I bring that to fruition. And that's just, I do that with my cars too. And there's a heap of cars. If you want to look at cars, I've got a warehouse full of them.
But just the 2 trucks?
But just the 2 trucks.
I know you said you haven't cleaned it, but we're talking about it. Can we open up the door and look inside?
Yeah,
Is that all right?
Yeah.
And this hauls your camper trailer around, right?
Yes.
And what is the what is the trailer?
It's a 1981, they call it a Luca cargo van, which is an Australian brand of trailer. And I came across that and we bought it, and 3 months later we had it made into a motorhome. And it's done probably 200,000-300,000 kilometres just touring around this great country of ours.
All over the place?
All over the place. It goes here and there and everywhere.
With this truck pulling it?
With this truck pulling it.
Has she ever let you down?
Not once.
Excellent.
In 20 years, this truck, the only thing that's ever happened is that accelerator pedal, it's an electronic accelerator pedal, and it stopped working. And I drove it home on the idle and cruise control. And to do a 4-hour trip took me 11 hours, but I got home.
You made it.
Yeah. Oh. It's a little bit dirty in there, but
well,
you can get in there.
It's done a lot of work. And you said there are only 2 that were imported?
There was 3. 3 were originally imported. The one of them got totally wrecked, and this one and the other one are the surviving ones. So yeah, look, it's fun having something that's different.
Yeah.
Because that's what I like doing. I like things that are different.
Well, if you need parts for this one, they're even harder to find than parts for the Ford, probably.
They probably would be. In Australia, you can't find them.
And in your travels, going around with the camper trailer, have you made it a plan to stop by truck shows along the way? Is
Yes.
that part of the?
Yeah, that's part of
travels?
part of the deal. And in the back of this particular trailer, we usually carry an old car. And like we've mentioned before, I've got a collection of Model A Fords. Depending on where we're going, is what we take. You know, so
Including this one here.
yeah, including that one.
But before we even look at that, where did you get this emblem? Was that on it?
I had to get it made.
Aha.
And it's funny when you listen to the people that don't know, they go, oh yeah, that model came out with that. And of course I didn't, but these are the gung-ho operators that think they know everything, and
It should have.
it should have, but it didn't have them.
No.
And yeah.
Well, it's very neat. It's a good touch.
Oh, look, it does clean up pretty good. If I got excited to wash it.
If only we knew someone with some good cleaning products.
Well, I do know that person.
He's
you've got to
preoccupied today.
You've got to find the person that's got the motivation to do it.
Aha! Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I said if anyone wants to learn about you, they can listen to your podcast. We don't need to talk for 5 hours today.
No, that certainly we don't. But yeah.
But I guess I will ask, cleaning products and equipment, but you have a truck. So you...
Now, 90% of our business is transport related. And there is a method to my madness. So when we've got a trade stand here, which will be open tomorrow, and if we need to do demonstrations or anything, guess where we're going? So, yeah.
Is that why the truck hasn't been cleaned up?
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons.
Now, before we walk away, your stacks here are pretty unique looking.
Yeah, well, there's a story with that too. I got them imported from the States, and they were called a Diabolo. So when they turned up here, they turned up in these big boxes. They turned up at work, and we put them on the truck that afternoon. But to get them the angle that I wanted to, they hung outside the truck. Now, my trailer was loaded for Melbourne. I still had to take the load to Melbourne, which is 10 hours away from where we were. And the old weights and measure fellas down at a place called Marulan, I drive into there, and I used to always just get the arrow to go back out. But this time I got the arrow to go in. Anyway, I said to old mate, I said, how you going? And he says, good. He says, what's with the chimneys, mate? I says, they're pretty cool, aren't they? He says, no, not really. Anyway, we were so far over width, it cost me $1,000 in fines. So when we got back, we had to cut. And each tip, I think, was $7,000. Well, I've had to cut about 150 to 200 mil. Well, what's that in inches? Probably 30 inches. And, or 12 inches, sorry, 12 inches. To get it back to within the legal dimensions.
So you didn't turn them or anything, you just cut them back?
No, because it's all about the aesthetics. So you had to stand back and you had to look at it, and it had to be the right angle.
Yeah.
It had to be the right shape. It had to follow the curvature of the roof and the sleeper and everything else. And so that's what we did. So yeah, I wasn't happy about that, paying all that money on the exhaust and then cutting about $3,000 off each end of it.
Measure twice, cut once.
Yeah.
You've also got quite the collection of antenna up there.
Ah, well, in the
All the
early
radios.
days, yeah, we used to have the scanners, the 2 UHFs, because that's got 2 as well. What else do we have in there? Your radio. Well, we had 2 scanners actually in them days.
I'd put up 2 or 3 more just to have people ask about them.
Well, I could do that. We've still got room on the mirror brackets. Actually, that reminds me, come and have a look at this. When you buy a Kenworth, and everybody does, their mirror brackets are absolutely ridiculous. They've got, it's a bit like the Louisville one. They've got bars and crap everywhere, right? So you've got You've got these bars, you've got them bars, you've got them bars. What I decided to do with this Kenworth was get rid of all that. So what we've done is we've started from here, we've worked our way around, and the only reason I put this one on there was just in case. But all the wires for the aerials and everything else actually are encased in the steel brackets, stainless steel brackets.
If anyone comments and says, oh, well, I noticed that was all one piece, I'm not going to believe them.
No.
That is really neat.
Yeah, look, it is neat, and it's like, look, it's just something different again, you know. And it comes down to, what I personally like. I don't like parking a truck next to another truck and it's got everything the same. And that's between the Louisville and the Kenworth, yeah. And when this one's nice and clean, it still looks bloody good.
Even when it's not clean, it still looks pretty good.
Well, I'm not that impressed at the moment.
But then you put it next to this thing that's basically spotless right now, even though it's just starting to rain, and it still looks pretty fabulous.
I've only got a small stable of trucks, but what I've got is, I think, is something rather unique. And I think that's pretty cool, you know.